Yeah, I give him credit. He stood on the firing line. I give him credit. He took the heat. Don't give him credit because he didn't really answer all the specific questions that were thrown at him. Uh, to a degree, there was denial. To a degree, there was lack of accountability. To a degree, I don't think he really echoed very many comments about joint decisions, teamwork, etc. You can read between the lines of every answer and interpret it the way you want. We're doing something a little bit different. This is a full screen look of the hottest quotes of AJ Preller's Zoom call to the media. He continues to be in denial that there was any disconnect between him and the manager, Bob Melvin, in the dugout. Quote, that's not true. Well, there's 32 different people who anonymously gave their opinions to the Union Tribune and the Athletic website about the turmoil from within. So I'll leave it up to you, Padre fans. Do you think there was a narrative that there was a disconnect? He said, we had 2 years of success. Well, I would say you had 3 months of success a year ago when you pushed your way into the playoffs and beat the Dodgers. This was not a year of success. It was a year of gross underachievement. We both made adjustments. Well, I'm not quite sure I buy that phraseology because it sure looked like by the time we got to the finish line, there was a lot of button of the heads between the general manager and the just released field manager. John, your response to the first set of quotes.
Yeah, I mean, this is really interesting. I mean, we got here the narrative disconnect. I want to make a broad comment, first of all. AJ Preller is a master at talking for 30 minutes and saying nothing. I mean, do you ever get that feeling?
No, because he's been honest with me about a bunch of things off the record. But in this public forum, he did talk, but I'm not sure he answered all the questions.
Yeah. Well, it's just, I watched part of it, and, he's obviously deferring to Bob, had the opportunity back home where he grew up, the team he kind of came up with. That's nice. But, we as an organization, they need to fix what went wrong. We need to fix the problems that drove Melvin away. And I'm not sure if they've really addressed that.
Next group of questions. This is the second tier of questions. It came up, why? Because you owed him $4 million and you're letting him out of the contract. Why did you not ask for compensation? And I think AJ made the comment, we didn't want to cloud the process. I'll make the comment, he wanted the guy gone. We let him go scot-free. You don't have to give us anything. You take him if he wants to go. I think that's a truer statement than we didn't want to cloud the process by asking the Giants for money or a player. He did say something that was intriguing. This was not unprecedented. We, the Padres, asked another team access to their manager who was under contract. That was Bob Melvin in Oakland. And Oakland let him go scot-free. No compensation there. And we respect Bob. We decided to let him interview. I don't know that I buy that sales pitch, John. I think the reality is they wanted to make a change and he had the right opportunity. So good luck to you. Your response.
Yeah, it's interesting because if they wanted to let him go, this is the best way for him to depart, right? They don't have to fire him. There's no fight. There's no ugly mess. They just kind of let him walk. And if that was the objective of Preller, is to move on, well, they've got that done. But darn it, he cannot fail again on another manager. I mean, we got to get this right.
All right, so you're a Padre fan. You believe the sales pitch, the comments from AJ Preller. Let's go to the third set because this one involves the operation within the front office. And AJ Preller's comments to the media. I always urge my people, say what you feel. Bring your ideas to the table. Speak your opinion, then we'll decide, then we will commit. That's not what I hear. What I hear is, these are the guidelines, this is the structure, this is what we're going to do. And if you don't follow it or you have problems with it, see ya. That's what I hear from within. Now, he's surrounded himself by what I think are a bunch of good baseball people, analytics guys, etc. And maybe he's given them free rein. But a year ago, there was a lot of turnover in that front office. Mm-hmm. And I'm wondering if there'll be more turnover in this front office. So say what you feel about what AJ said, what he felt.
Well, it makes sense. If you're going to tell your staff, your front office guys, your management team, in the dugout and all the coaching staff, that's the right message. Bring your ideas. We'll talk it out. we'll make a decision and then we'll commit. But it makes you wonder if that really is what happened. I mean, because are the recommendations from the front office analytics guys, are they truly recommendations or are they edicts? Do this, do that. I will also say that it is interesting that Bob Melvin is twice now left a team where he still had 1 year left on his contract. So then it kind of makes me wonder if there's more going on here with Bob Melvin, if two teams are willing to just let him walk.
Well, I think the Oakland situation was just horrific. And he got tired of trying to run a major league franchise with a minor league budget without any established players. I mean, if you just go back 24 months, look at the roster a year ago in Oakland, look at the roster the year prior in Oakland, and all their established guys gone, all traded away, etc. So Melvin wakes up one morning and says, I'm not going to finish my career this way, operating under these guidelines that John Fisher is trying to implement.
Mm-hmm.
And Billy Beane was gone. Billy had removed himself, and they had a new general manager, David Forst, came in, who was a Beane disciple. But I think Bob Melvin woke up and said, no, I just can't do this anymore. I don't want to end my career like what happened to Mark Kotsay this past season.
Right.
So, boom, great reputation, 3-time manager of the year, shows up, Padres hire him. I mean, I texted AJ after he hired Bob Melvin. I said, congratulations, you hit a home run.
Yeah, for sure.
I felt like I should text AJ this time and saying, you whiffed on this situation. You better not hit 215 next year. But I decided not to do that. Okay, so that's the storyline with AJ Preller.